Hi, I'm Peter Dunsmore, and in this video series I'm going to show you how to make this box for getwoodworking.com. Just a little thing, these chisels are sharp, and I always rest it in a piece of wood if you can, rather than clutter it on the bench, especially if there are other tools about. You just turn the burr over and the edge, you'll lose the sharpness. So try and rest it in a piece of timber just to protect the edge. Remove the clamps. This should be dry enough to work on now. Something I always do, put the tools away when you've finished, so that when you need them again you can get them easily. So we'll just hang these away. What we'll do, the box is now dry enough to work on. We've removed the clamps, and as you can see, you've got the 3mm rebate all the way around the box, all around the top edges, all down the corners, and all down the bottom edges, and that can be quite clearly seen there and along here. And that's all ready just to put the black inlay line on, which we'll do now. So if we, some people think this is ebony, but it's not. It's actually dyed sycamore, and it's readily available from marquetry and veneer suppliers and some timber yards. And it comes in 1mm, 2mm and 3mm sizes as standard, and that's ready to fit in like this. So what we do is I use one of these little saws because I find these quite handy. Just like a little model maker saw and a little mitre box, and I clamp that into a small vise on the bench. There we go. Now, the first one to put in, work on the top and work your way down. Hold this in place on the edge and butt the first one up to it, and then with a pencil mark slightly past the edge of the box, so it's just slightly long. Now, nice gentle saw, that's it, as quick as that. Now, get the PVA glue.
Sorry, cameraman's got
The one I hadn't put away earlier. A little bit of PVA into the rebate. That's it, just like this. Now, put your first piece in here and butt the first bit you're going to glue in place up to it, like that. And that's where it's got to go. And hold it in place with a little bit of masking tape. Thank you. A little bit of masking tape. Pull it back. Press it down so you pull it into the rebate. Don't just put it down like you're wrapping a bit of paper. That doesn't do any good. What you want to do, hold it in the corner and pull it back and down so you press it into the actual rebate. Now we can work our way around the box like this. All the way around. Don't worry about the overhang because we can trim that back later. There we go. Turn the box round. Now you can butt the next piece up to the piece you've just fitted. Mark it with a pencil. Overhang very slightly. Little bit of adhesive. That's it. Press that in. Make sure it's butted up. Press down. It doesn't take long, it's a bit fiddly. There you go. Now work round to the other side. With any luck, this piece will be long enough. Yeah. Trim that off. There we go. A little bit more adhesive. Enough to hold it, not enough to ooze out and spread it all over the place. Now a little point worth mentioning, it's dyed sycamore, this timber, but the dye used is water based and the adhesive you're using is water based. So you don't really want to get sticky fingers with PVA handling the wood. Stain your fingers black and then you touch a cherry and then you put a little bit of black stain onto the wood. It's rectified afterwards, but it's far easier to avoid it in the first place. Just try and keep clean and tidy bench. Clean sort of working practice, clean fingers, and it's a lot easier. Now, it's not quite long enough, so we'll get the other piece. What you'll notice here is because you butted the first glued piece up to a piece you held in, when you actually form this one, when you glue this one in place, it butts up perfectly to here. And it avoids having to trim the end of this piece for this piece to fit onto, because if you've already accounted for that. So we'll just trim that to size. Marvellous, these saws, absolutely marvellous for this sort of thing. It's a little model maker's sort of craft saw, and you can get it from many hobby shops, but it comes with a really neat little mitre box. Comes like this. I've just put a scrap piece of timber in there just to protect the bottom, and also when you're cutting mitres, you can, with the cut line on it, you can use that when you're as a guide when you're cutting mitres, because you know that's where the bottom of the saw will cut. Put this piece in. A little bit of tiny bit, perhaps a little bit of excessive adhesive there. Just wipe that off. Wipe the end. And we'll just tape that down, and remember, pull it back, pull the stringing into the rebate. You want to hold it in place while it dries. There you go, and I'll continue with the edges in a very similar we